Ntate Mlangeni is a stalwart, Isthwalando Siaparangwe, highest honor bestowed on an individual by the African National Congress. He's an individual who was passionate about sports, an athlete in his own name and right, but that life was curtailed short by sacrificing his life to liberate us. Even besides the fact that he spent 26 years in jail, afterwards he still came out and continued to play golf. He's a great inspiration to many golfers and to a generation of people. And in this particular instance, there's no better individual who is a symbol of what apartheid would have defined as a cul-de-sac for him when it comes to sports, who defied that and sacrificed everything to continue to play sport. Today, in terms of his age, he's still playing the sport, and there's no better individual to honor and to celebrate the game of golf and its development within our disadvantaged community than the symbol like Ntate Mlangeni. So we're very proud about the green jacket. It's going to grow from strength to strength each year. It is something that must actually be celebrated. We have unveiled yet another thing in relation to this, the chapter of Andrew Mlangeni Developmental Golf Academy in Soweto. We have invested 175. We'll raise money for that. Next year when we come, these young boys, African and black youth of South Africa, will be, some of them probably would have qualified to become pros because they are going to be mentored by pros. So this is what we are doing as part of the legacy of the Andrew Mlangeni Green Jacket. This Green Jacket is about saying we must not forget the people who came before us and who inspired us and gave hope where there was hopelessness. And these are the legends that we talk about. Grant Khomo, Vincent Chabalala, and Ms. Blanche, and also teenage Mkabateli Dladla. These are the names that when you raise them amongst our people, they will know about them. Who can forget Lopenfal Mutsuaradeu, who passed on without being recognized? And it is our task and responsibility to say, rest in peace, but we shall never forget. Posthumously, we actually honor them in the name of Andrew Mlangeni Green Jacket. And this is what this golf day is all about, played by young and old, but within its evolution, the critical mass of it is the development of the game by embracing the disadvantaged players in the name of Andrew Mlangeni to be developed.
I am personally humbled by what the minister is doing. He started this project sometime last year, and it's becoming bigger and bigger and bigger by day. This year is better than last year. Next year is going to be better than this year. It's a great thing. It's an honor, honoring especially the legends who have passed on. But he's also not forgetting those who are still alive as a form of encouragement that he must continue with the work that they are doing. What is more important to me is the idea of developing young boys and girls, the future athletes, champions of tomorrow. I think that type of a thing should be applauded by everybody. It's a good thing that he's doing, and we should all support him in his efforts in building. Sport is also a nation builder, by the way. We shouldn't forget that. It's like culture. You know, when you have countries exchanging cultural activities, sending students here to come and study in South Africa, and South Africa sending students to other parts of it. All that goes towards the building of a nation. It's like sport. Sport is a nation builder. And I'm saying the minister should be encouraged and supported in his efforts in doing all that.
But very few understand and believe that the 26 years we spent in prison, and one of the reasons you are still alive today and you are still fresh is because in Robben Island you kept on playing sport.
Well, I don't know if I'm still fresh, but spent 26 years and 4 months in prison on Robben Island. And we were playing sports, we were playing soccer especially, but also tennis and tennis courts. I think all those things, also with the help of God, our Creator, all those things kept us going. And that is why today we look like young men, yet we are very old, some of us. It's through sport. I've always said in Parliament that even the industries where people are working, where we are working, the employer needs a healthy person, because a healthy person will be able to produce the commodities, the goods that are required. And sport will build you, will help you to keep a healthy life and therefore contribute towards the industry in which you are building, you're working, and produce more goods and services.
The reason being that, during my era, there were no players who could play the way I did during my era, because I could take the ball from our goalkeeper, Banks Tlodi, by then, and dribble past players on the field until I dribble the opposition goalkeeper, which is very rare to be done during the game.
A lot of things happen, but to wear this green jacket, to be honored in your own country by a sports minister, what does it mean to you?
I feel highly humbled. I would like to thank the Andrew Mlangeni Foundation for having chosen me as the recipient of this prestigious award. And I hope in the near future this will encourage athletes to work even harder, because they know that at the end of the day they're going to achieve something.
What is Bratinish up to these days?
I'm developing youngsters with Sister Monica in Davidton. Yes, we've got the under 13 and the under 17s. I'm helping when I have time, because at the moment I'm working as a firefighter for the emergency services. I've been working there since from 1996 until now. I'm still presently working there.
Are you still around Kaizer Chiefs somewhere?
Unfortunately, I'm not involved with Kaizer Chiefs at all.
Well, my journey through sport has really been exciting. Back in the 80s, competition, there was lots of camaraderie, and I cherish those memories. I've made good friends. Sports gave me the opportunity to travel, and the friends I made then are still friends today. I'm talking about Goldside, Sonia Laxon, Colleen de Rug, Zola still has a special place in my heart too. When she comes to South Africa, we get in touch. So we maintain those friendships. And yes, competition was really exciting. It wasn't about the monetary gain. It was about trying to run quicker and longer, and this is really, really, really exciting to see how far you could really push your body. And we had healthy competitions. We really, really ran hard against one another, but we're still great friends. And I think that is an attitude that our current caliber of athletes should be maintaining, and we'll see their times get quicker. And it's not just about outrunning somebody, but focusing on the times that you want to achieve.